Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome to the James Tayoro Show. As always, I appreciate you being here. I'm gonna read you a story, okay? And there's a couple of things I'm gonna go at, actually. I'm gonna go across a few things. First, I'm gonna talk about this first story, which I'm not gonna tell you until I get into it. I'm gonna show you a clip of a transgender baby, which I hope is fake, but someone tells me it might be real. Look, first of all, I'm gonna get into this story because this is just so stupid and hilarious. As always, I feel like all the stories I cover, I say are stupid. Now, like sometimes I look at them, right, and I think, okay, this is stupid. But then I start to think, okay, maybe this seems stupid to me, but maybe I'm just not. Maybe I can't fathom where they're coming from, or maybe like I just don't get their point. But then I think about it for a long, long time, and I just don't get it. Okay, and that is exactly what happened with this story. Okay, so ITV News has heard claims of racial disparity in how electronic ankle tags are deployed. So they say, while there's no denying that tagging, that the tag. Let me restart. While there's no denying that the tagging scheme has had some success in combating reoffending, some ex-offenders ITV has spoken to who are currently on tag for knife crime offences told us that it hinders their rehabilitation. So basically, they're saying that they're racist and that those who have been convicted of knife crimes think that it's a hindrance. But let me just show you this video because this is ITV. This is their actual coverage of it. Okay, so I'll quickly show you this.
Good evening. Figures shared exclusively with ITV News reveal a stark difference in the way some prisoners are treated after being released, depending on their race. Black knife crime offenders are twice as likely to be electronically tagged than white prisoners, in a scheme critics say is damaging, divisive and disproportionate. We've spoken to former inmates trying to rebuild their lives, but held back simply because they are tagged. Campaigners have told us reform is long overdue to stop different parts of society being stigmatised. Kafo Pater reports.
It was for drug offences, man. I was selling drugs.
It's his third time out of prison, but like most early release offenders, James, not his real name, isn't fully free.
Should I tell you about the most recent time I was on tag, maybe?
Yes, please, yeah.
Okay. So I was released from prison on a home detention curfew. So that's where you come out on tag and they monitor you in the community and you're on a curfew from like 7 till 7.
This is the reality for ex-offenders. Freedom, but with limitations. And while James accepts these conditions of his release, there are some people with far stricter rules.
The tag is a secure device.
For the last 40 years, the criminal justice system has been using these ankle tags to electronically monitor offenders. And in 2019, the Mayor of London and the Ministry of Justice launched the knife crime tagging pilot scheme. The aim was to reduce knife offences, and while it's had some success, ITV News has learned that black knife offenders in London are twice as likely to be put on a tag than those who are white.
One time I had a job interview, tried to cover my tag and get there, and the guy looks down at my ankle and screws his face. Obviously, man didn't get the job.
These are the voices of people currently on a location tag for a knife offence.
So they put me on tag for carrying a knife in it. And the thing that gets you is being recalled. And every day when you're out on GPS tag and that, you're thinking about it. One time I was like 5 minutes away from charging my tag, but I didn't do it in time. They recalled me back to HMP.
Too afraid that speaking to us would land them back in prison, they sent us voice notes detailing their experiences.
I know I done wrong, and they ain't that guy no more. But this tag stuff just makes you feel dirty.
Look, here's what I'll tell you right now. The idea, right, that the tags are racist is completely and utterly ridiculous. Now, I have been a huge critic of Sadiq Khan. If you've watched my show, you know I am one of his biggest critics on the internet, 100%. However, him signing that knife crime bill or scheme is 100% valid and legit. Look, if you're going to be rolling around with a knife, then you're gonna fucking go on an ankle tag. And yes, it should make you feel dirty. You fucking roll them with a knife. And also, let's just say, for example, because I know a little bit about ankle tags, right? You speak to the guys in jail who want to come out early. You think they're praying for a tag. Trust me, they are praying for a tag. Okay, and then you look at the guy, his name was James, and it's like, yo, he's been to prison 3 times. And then he gets an early release with a tag. And you're complaining? Oh, because I can't leave my house till 7, I have to come back at 7. Okay, so you'd rather be locked up in prison. Or just say it like it is, which the people who are saying that this is dirty and all this stuff, just say what you're really thinking. Instead of blaming it on racism, just say what you really think. You don't want to be punished for a crime. It's as simple as that. And the people who were behind these schemes saying that, who were saying it's damaging rehabilitation, well, how do you know that? Says who? Oh, what, keeping him in at night and out of trouble is damaging rehabilitation? You would argue it's the exact opposite. And by the way, when these guys were on tag, this is instead of being in prison. Okay, so you get... Okay, I'll read them out right now. Right? So, as of last year, there was a 16% increase in offenders released with a tag. Early release. There are 3 types of tags of which an offender can receive. So you've got an alcohol tag, which monitors the level of alcohol in a person's sweat. You've got a curfew tag, which is the one that most of these people are on, which ensures that you are at a home address at a specific time. And then you've got location tags, and these monitor where you are, ensure that you don't enter specific areas and adhere to your curfew. Now, ITV says if an offender breaches the conditions of the tag, they could be taken back to court or prison, which is 100% true. So why would you breach it? Again, it almost trains you, right, to be punctual. Being on tag actually keeps you disciplined. And a lot of these people who go to prison clearly aren't disciplined. Do you know what I'm saying? And the fact that they blame it on racism just makes no one want to fucking believe you. Now, if you wanted to make the argument, right, the ankle tags aren't effective, well, one, you'd have to come and say, like, this is why it's not effective. But even so, what you're really saying is that the people who are put on them are incapable of following any sort of rules. Now, again, if you go back to the main point is that these people who are on tag, okay, are on tag because they have either dodged prison or they've got an early release. And they're complaining? Look, the truth is, they just don't want black people punished for crimes. Okay, let's just say it how it is. They do not want black people punished for crimes. Let's just say, for example, now, by the way, this is knife crime that they were talking about mostly. That James guy said he was in there for drugs. Not good either. But let's just say, okay, the more black people are getting it than white people. Now, there's either 2 reasons. Either one is because more black people are committing the crimes, which is probably what it is. In fact, statistically, that is what it is. But let's just say the stats are wrong, and let's just say that you've got 1,000 white people, 1,000 black people, both getting released from prison or the same exact circumstance, and more black people are getting tagged. Right? So what you're saying is you want more white people to get the tags. Well, that's what they should be saying, but we know that's not what they're saying. They're saying the black people shouldn't be on tag. They're saying that the black people shouldn't be punished for their crime. You should just get away. Okay, you got caught with a knife. So why should I go to prison? Well, because there's a knife crime epidemic going on. Now, what are my personal views on knives and weapons? Well, I think that knives are not good, but at the same time, I understand that, you know, people, if there was a First Amendment and there was a right to bear arms, then it would be completely different. Now, would I want a First Amendment? Yeah, probably. But there's not, so we're all playing by the same rules. It's just fucking ridiculous. Now, as this guy said, I've had a job interview. I tried to cover my tag. I get there. He looks down at my ankle and screws his face. Obviously, I didn't get the job. Like, yes. It's like that's the whole point. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what, like, people, your employers deserve to know if you are on tag. or if you've been to prison. It's true. Because let's say, for example, right, and it's not necessarily just because you're on tag. They are looking at it in ways that you, whoever said this, probably isn't. Okay, because if I'm going to employ somebody who's on an ankle tag, and then let's say I find out he's been to prison 3 times, then why would I get him involved in my business and become a key member of my business, become a key role within the organization, if there's a big chance that he's probably just going to commit a crime and go to prison? Then what? He's plucked out and pulled away from my business? What about all the people who work for him? What about all the workload that I've dedicated to him? Plus, if he's on tag, right now, it actually shows that maybe, right, it brings up the fact that he has been to prison. So then you're going to say, okay, well, what did you do? Oh, I was selling drugs. Okay, well, I don't want a drug dealer working for me. That someone would say, if someone said that, they'd be within reason to say it. Okay, and then let's say you were there for knife crime. Well, the guy might be thinking, fuck you, my little kid was stabbed. Or I was stabbed. I was robbed with a knife. Maybe that was you. Or you're like that. I don't want you working for me. Now, if you're going to argue about anything, okay, don't bring race into it, because you're going to fucking lose, because people aren't going to listen to you. Now, this is a historic moment, because this may be the time, the one and only time, that me and Sadiq can't agree on something. Maybe. But listen, let me quickly move on to this, because, guys, this story I'm going to show you right now is... I'm telling you, God needs to protect this little fucking kid in this story I'm going to show you right now, because this is fucking ridiculous. This is ridiculous. So, this is in England. Ooh. So this is in England. This is a mother of a 14-month-old baby, and she's put him, because this was a baby boy, on puberty blockers. Now, I'm going to show you the clip, and then I'm going to give you my actual opinion on it. And warning, guys, if you have kids, this is probably going to fucking disturb. Even if you don't have kids, it's going to disturb you. But if you do have kids, it's definitely going to fucking disturb you. So this is the video.
Here is my transgender baby. Her name is Bella. Bella was born a boy, but now uses she, her pronoun. I am in the middle of trying to get a doctor's appointment in order to secure some medication to stop the male hormone taking over. Bella is 14 months old and is thriving in her new body. Now she's able to be who she was born to be. Trapped in the wrong body at such a young age has had a massive impact on young Bella's mental health. But with the right medication, we are going to get through it as a family. Just secured a grant as well to help Bella in her transition. So all costs have been covered, and it's such a relief. She gets to be who she wants to be. This is all she's wanted for years now, and we couldn't be any more happier.
That is fucking disgusting. Now, I'm worried. Okay, because I want to find out who that woman was, but I can't. All I can tell you, right, is that if that's real, that is fucking disgusting, and that woman should be, that child, and I rarely say these things, right, but that child should be taken away from the mother, 100%. That is disgusting, it is revolting, and it is neglectful from the government, because I know for a fact somebody within the government has seen this video. This video has been shared millions and millions of times, all over Twitter, right? And the fact that nobody's trying to find out who this woman is and trying to take that fucking child away from her is disgusting. Now, you could argue, is that even a fucking woman? That could be a fucking bloke raising the fucking, that could be a tranny. I don't know. Right? Now, my initial reaction when I first saw this video, because That's a proper like that parent is proper English. Like that's an English parent, and like the way she's talking and everything, I just thought maybe it was a joke. Like I genuinely thought, oh, this could be a joke. I was hoping it was a joke. Obviously, I hope it's a joke. I hope this isn't actually real, because it's a 14-month-old, 1 year, 2 months. But then I realized, actually, no, it's probably not. That's the world we're living in now, where you see a video like this, and this is more than likely real. Now, all I can say is that it's sad. It's sad. And, you know, I'm always the type of person that says the future looks bright. But sometimes I think I could be wrong. Sometimes I think I could be wrong. But that is just disgusting. I looked at you, and you go through the comments, right? And okay, some comments, yeah, okay, child abuse, child abuse, bad parents. But you see some people, and they're celebrating it. Like they're genuinely celebrating it, and it just makes me sick. It makes me sick. I'm sorry. It makes me sick. And she says he's known for years. Like that's why I thought it was a joke. And here's the other thing, guys. If this is real, which again I hope it's not, it just proves the same fucking thing, which is that parents want transgender kids for their own fucking benefit, for their need for attention. Now you could say, James, you want attention, you're doing a show, you're posting it on the internet. You've got Instagram, Facebook, you post on these things. No, I don't post on Facebook, but... And yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I want attention. But not like these fucking clowns. I say clowns, monsters, which is what they are. They're fucking monsters. You do those things to a parent, it's fucking... No, as a parent, if you do those things to a kid, it is fucking disgusting. Now, I pray to God that it's not real, but... Probably fucking is. But listen, guys. That fucking video makes me feel sick. Makes me feel sick to my stomach. Okay? I just hope that that's not fucking real. Because... that is one of the highest forms of child abuse I could possibly imagine. Other than sexual assault, that is fucking disgusting. I mean, you like, honestly, like, if you think about it realistically, right? You would have less of an issue of fucking, I don't know, some drunk parents. Or fucking junkies. They're fucking their own lives up, and they're neglecting the kid. They're not there for the kid, and you know, whatever. But they're not purposefully damaging the kid and giving it puberty blockers, ruining that kid's like actual fucking hormones. Disgusting. But look, guys, it is what it is. You're gonna see these stories all the time. I'm gonna keep bringing them up because they need to be brought up and not fucking bragged about. Okay, but it is what it is. That's it from me. And yeah, hopefully you guys have a good day and everything like that. I'm sorry, it's just a disgusting video. And when I see this, I have a passion for these things. When I see them, it genuinely makes me feel sick. Genuinely makes me feel sick. So yeah, that's my mood ruined for the next hour. Honestly, God, don't get me wrong, it's not going to stop me doing what I need to do, but I'm just saying, it fucking makes me feel sick. But listen, guys, as always, I appreciate you guys joining me. New video coming out tomorrow as well. And yeah, guys, keep looking at the videos, keep watching, keep liking, keep subscribing. I really appreciate it. We're going to keep it going. And yeah, sorry this video was a bit disturbing, but it's a dark subject. It's a fucking dark subject. So, thank you.